like a pure orchestrated plan to either rig or frustrate people. Well, the amended provision states that every political party shall not later than 90 days before the date appointed for a general election under the Act submit to the Commission in the prescribed form the list of the candidates the party proposes to sponsor at the elections, who shall have emerged from valid primaries conducted by the political party. Of course, APC today, they are not going to conduct any primary for the presidency because Bola Ahmed Tinubu has already been given that all clear to go for the second term. So, but here the ADC is still battling who? Is it Atiku, Obi, what's his name again, Amechi, and the rest of them, Rufai. We don't know in PDP. We don't even know who is the authentic leadership now. Court will remove them. If you go to the APGA, we don't know who is there. Other parties are still struggling. Labour Party is in shambles. So at the end of the day, they now reduce the dates for them to 90 days. Oh, me, Tabo. What a game plan. Well, the LP, PDP, Atiku, George Okorie, slammed Senate, and all that. So this is what we'll be discussing today on the show. Everybody join me live on Facebook, live on YouTube and Instagram. Let's have this conversation. Send in your messages on Facebook or WhatsApp so that we can read them. Send your messages to our YouTube channel. Many of you are not following our YouTube channel, and that is not nice. Please, everybody, hurry up and join us on YouTube so that we can also have a very, very wonderful conversation there. I go through all that. So if you send your message here and don't send on YouTube, your message may or may not be read. So at the end of the day, try and make sure your voice is heard in any of our channels. Welcome aboard. Let's go straight to the papers and see what the newspapers are saying this morning. Welcome aboard. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Machado One on radio. Welcome aboard, people. All right, let's start up with the Punch newspaper. On the Punch newspaper, starting with this very terrible news that came from Kwara State. It's like these people are now on rampage. Just hours ago, they went to Kwande local government in Benue State, killed a lot of people, abducted some. But the worst hit is Kwara State, as FG faces heat as over 100 feared dead. Where the figures keep going up and on. The over 100 people were feared dead on Tuesday night following a deadly attack in Woro and Nuku communities in the Kalama local government area of Kwara State by Islamic militants, while several people were also killed after bandits pounced on a Bande community in Mbakio Ward, Turan Kwande, LG of Benue State, while Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak, however, confirmed the death of 75 persons. The governor disclosed the figure on Wednesday night while addressing residents in the palace of the Emir of Kalama, explaining that the victims were local Muslims massacred for refusing to surrender to extremist preaching a strange doctrine. Now, you hear the carefully orchestrated news by the governor. The news and the village people are saying over 167 people were killed. Other news is saying over 100 people were killed. The governor is confirming 75%, and not only confirming 75%, carefully removed the Christians who were killed. He said that these people were killed, 75 of them were killed as Muslims who rejected the strange teaching. That strange teaching is that days before the massacre, it was reported that these Lakurawa were going about preaching and shouting that these people of Aworo community should reject Nigerian constitution. I want you to hear that word, reject Nigerian constitution and imbibe Islamic laws. So as a secular country, a group of people are telling people you have to reject Nigerian constitution, so they cannot abide by the constitution. Now, this is one thing I've been saying here. when we have the Hisbah arrest people in Kano State, they said they are not subject to Nigerian constitution. They are subject to the Islamic laws. Now we are hearing people again saying that reject Nigerian constitution and then by the what? The Islamic laws. And we are taking this like a joke. It is coming from the north. It's not my place. Well, Kwara State is in the middle belt right now. I hope you understand that. So if you look at this whole thing, what is the end game? People have been shouting Islamization of Nigeria is not going to work. It's not going to work. Now, Islam, through history, uses this same pattern. Conquer and enforce the people to join Islam. If they refuse to join the Islam, they pay the jizya. And that jizya is a tax for refusing to be a Muslim. If you refuse to pay the jizya, they kill you. This has been the same pattern over and over and over again. From all the states that were captured and turned into Muslim country like Turkey, there is not a Muslim country. Even Iran wasn't a Muslim country. But today it's a Muslim country ruled with iron fist by the likes of Khamenei and the rest of them. Now, people who have freedom now will now be enslaved with the so-called Islamic laws. You can't do this, you can't do that, women can't do this, women can't do that. Now, there are videos circulating on social media that there is now a bar selling alcohol in Saudi Arabia. There are also reports and videos coming up, and we're seeing on social media that they have opened a nightclub in Saudi Arabia. The people go there, the women go, we cover their veil, only their eyes will see, but they're in the nightclub drinking beer. Now, this is the seat of Islam headquarters. And yet they are becoming liberal. But here in Nigeria, people kill you, and then they are now challenging the Nigerian constitution. And our president is saying absolutely nothing to that effect. People challenging the constitution. I don't want to make this a tribal thing. I don't want to make this Christian and Muslim, but I just want us to look at people challenging the Nigerian constitution. Is that not treason on its own? Well, you will say they are men of the underworld. They can do this, they can do that. Now, to make matters worse, the president sent battalion of soldiers to that Woro community to stop reprisal attacks. Now, again, apart from that, the most shocking is the information we gathered that the village head kept shouting and calling on the police, calling on the military, that these people are planning to attack their community. All such pleas fell on deaf ears. And at the end of the day, they were attacked. So it is after the attack and the killing that the police or the army will now come to stop the people from reprising, going for to go and revenge or avenge or go for reprisal attack. Now, this is where it gets very, very funny. Why do we stay away from going to stop the attack, but we go to stop reprisal attacks? And this has been going on and on. It's like a pattern. Unchecked. It's a pattern. You say you want to stop further bloodshed. It's only when the people that are being hurt that the bloodshed will be stopped. And this has been going on and on. Well, these are information we are gathering, allegedly, of course. But at the end of the day, it is the Lakurawa, an armed group linked to the Islamic State Sahel province, is believed to have carried out the attack. The latest development has further put the federal government security campaign under public scrutiny. The lawmaker representing the area in the House of Representatives, Mohammed Bio, also confirmed the attack. However, Bio said he was not sure of the fatality figure, citing the conflicting reports from affected communities. Well, these are reports coming from communities, he said. Some reports suggest the attack operated from forests around the Bogu axis, with security analysts linking them to extremist elements suspected to be expanding sleeper operations in border communities. Now, if there's a forest and there's Bogu community and there's a forest and these people are living there, we have not dealt with Sambisa forest up to today. Now we're talking about Bogu forest. And I begin to ask, in the middle belt, which is generally a grassland, We don't even have forest that is as thick as the forest here in the south. These things are grassland, open lands, where in dry season, just like we're here, all the grasses will die. It's going to be plain open. So when you talk about forest, you think it's one big forest. No, it doesn't work like that. In the Middle Belt, there are no such thick forests. I don't know that Bogo forest. I don't even know what Sambisa forest looks like. But at the end of the day, what we are seeing from pictures and videos is that most of the time you see videos of either where terrorists are moving on, it's plain land with shrubs here and there. That is what is called a forest. How big is that place and how thick is the forest that our air surveillance cannot get, satellite cannot get, and these people keep coming and taking on these people. They don't come once, they come in droves. They do the attack and they go back and stay free. The next thing now, you go and negotiate and you release the hostage and you come on the page of newspaper and reclaiming that the government is working. This is exactly what has been going on. How long will this continue? That's just the problem. How long will it continue? Anyway, that's the news on that one. Let's move on to other stories. Kwankwaso slams Kwara killings and urges action. We also have Japan atomic bomb survivor fears war as U.S.-Russia pact expires, and NIS probes officer accused of sexual assault. I am deeply sorry. Angela Okorie publicly apologizes to Mercy Johnson. Well, Angela Okorie, the Nollywood actor, with Mercy Johnson, her counterpart, both very big stars in Nollywood, have been on a very public spot. Angela kept rubbishing Mercy Johnson, attacking her marriage, attacking her life. Even when Mercy Johnson was struggling with her health, Angela kept publicly humiliating her and sending messages, doing posts on social media. And at the end of the day, Mercy Johnson has now taken a drastic measure to arrest her. Mercy Johnson's husband is a senator. Well, she has now publicly began to apologize for that. What is your problem with Mercy Johnson and Angela? It is supposed to give you social media following and all that. Well, very dark man. Thank God for that young man that has been doing a lot of good things. He has been trying to mediate and make the thing public, and now fans are calling on Mercy Johnson to forgive and forget. Well, do you accept that Mercy Johnson should forget Angela? I don't want to say the kind of words that she kept using on Mercy Johnson. And Mercy Johnson is one of the most beloved actresses in Nigeria. And during that period, people started talking. You know what, like, dragging somebody on social media looks like? It's kind of crazy. And these people kept, Angela did that. Well, she turned to a cyber bully against Mercy Johnson, and today she's now begging. Well, do you want Mercy Johnson to forgive her? Forgiveness, they say, is divine. All right? Delay Electoral Act amendment could disrupt 2027 public polls timetable. Well, they have finally done that after rejecting. The Senate is very funny. They made the law to change Nigerian anthem in 24 hours. They made a law to remove, send military to Niger, no, was it Niger or Benin? That didn't even reach 24 hours. They made to approve every writing President Tinubu brought with less than 2 days, 48 hours maximum. But when it came to Electoral Act, after months and months of 1 year passed, since it's getting to 3 years, they finally got up and rejected the one thing Nigerians are asking for, that electronic transmission of result. We'll talk about that later. There's any trial. UK contractor details luxury property unpaid bills. Nnamdi Kanu appeals conviction and forced terrorism trial. Now, finally, Nnamdi Kanu has appealed. The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has filed a notice of appeal challenging his conviction and multiple sentences imposed by the Federal High Court in Abuja, insisting that the trial was riddled with fundamental legal errors and amounted to a miscarriage of justice. In the notice of appeal dated February 4th, 2026, Kanu said he was appealing against his conviction and sentences on 7 counts, including terrorism-related offenses, for which he received 5 life sentences and additional prison terms. After being found guilty of on November 20th, 2025. Well, Nnamdi Kanu, the appellant, having been convicted and sentenced, do hereby give notice of appeal against my conviction, the document stated. Recall that Kanu was convicted of offenses including committing an act of preparatory to or in furtherance of an act of terrorism, making a broadcast with intent to intimidate the population, and being the leader of the member of the indigenous people of Biafra, a proscribed organization in Nigeria, amongst others. Well, Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court, Abuja, delivered a judgment on November 20, 2025, sentencing Kanu to 5 life sentences for terrorism-related offenses, 20 years imprisonment for being a leader of proscribed IPOB, and 5 years imprisonment with no option of fine for importing a radio transmitter without license. Some of these charges are very funny. Well, in his grounds of appeal, the IPOB leader accused the trial court of failing to resolve what he described as foundational disruption of the original trial process following the 2017 military operation at his Afaraoku residence. The land trial judge erred in law by failing to resolve the procedural and competence consequence of the foundational disruption of the original trial process in September 2017, Kanu argued. He also contended that the court proceeded to trial and judgment while his preliminary objection challenging the competence of the proceedings remained unresolved. The land trial judge did not hear or determine the objection. The appeal document stated, adding that judgment was delivered while the objection remained pending and undetermined. Kanu further faulted the court for delivering judgment while his bail application was still pending, arguing that it affected the fairness of the trial process. He also claimed that the trial court convicted him under a law that had already been repealed, stating that the land trial judge erred in law by convicting and sentencing the appellant under the Terrorism Provision Amendment Act of 2013, notwithstanding its repeal by the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. Prior to the judgment, Kanu also argued that he was subjected to double jeopardy contrary to Section 336 sub 9 of the 1999 Constitution after being retired on facts he said had earlier been nullified by the Court of Appeal. He further complained that he was denied fair hearing, claiming that he was not allowed to file or present a final written address before judgment was delivered. Among the relief sought, Kanu asked the Court of Appeal to allow the appeal quash his conviction and sentences and discharge and acquit the appellant in respect of all the counts. He also informed the appellate court of his desire to be present at the hearing of the appeal, stating, I want to be present on the hearing of the appeal because I may be conducting the appeal in person. Kanu is currently being held at correctional facility in Sokoto State after his application to be transferred to a different facility in either Niger or Nasarawa State was denied. Well, this is the appeal. I had to read all of them for you so that you know what Nnamdi Kanu is appealing. The major case here is that the appeal court is only going to look at the judgment. They are not going to go on retrial and all that. Since Nnamdi Kanu did not defend himself in the High Court, what will now happen at the appeal court? Anyway, since that case is now subjudicial, we will refrain from commenting on it. All right, thank you very much. That's the information. So let's leave that matter for the court to deal with. Moving on now, we have on the Daily Post newspaper, we have this other story. Jihadists execute 162 in Kwara massacre. This is according to the Red Cross. And we also have how terrorists killed 75 in Kwara community victims' family. Trump attacks U.S. electoral system with call to nationalize voting. FG demands concrete action from IOC to boost oil production. And Dangote refinery refutes import claim, says allegations are false and misleading. Reopening Port Harcourt refinery was a waste of resources. That's coming from NNPC GCEO. Okay, waste of resources indeed. Dollar to Naira exchange rate today on February 5th. So if you want to know how much the dollar is going for, grab a copy of the Daily Post. Well, the Nigerian dollar during the early hours of Thursday, February 5th, building the momentum from the start of the week. The local currency has significantly improved its position on the market. It is now going for 1,368 naira per dollar, up downwards from 1,4 something. All right, that's well, for the businessman, it's a good news. Let's take a little bit stories from the Daily Trust. Bill Gates, I regret every minute with Epstein. Okay, this Epstein case is getting very, very serious. Electoral bill, Senate rejects electronic transmission of results, and 48 hours of carnage, over 130 lives lost in 3 states. This is complete, utter nonsense. See them with weapons and Agbada looking so rugged. All they need to do is to kill people. Killing for God. God didn't ask you. Reps constitutes Conference Committee on Electoral Act Amendment, and Ghana inflation drops to 3.8% as Nigeria struggles with double-digit rates. Ghana inflation 3.8%. Nigeria man go learn lessons. All right. Police arrest 2 suspects and 4 kidnapping in Edo. And Shetima unveils 25 years economic blueprint for the Southeast. Eh? All right. That is where we open up the phone lines for you. If you have any to add to what we have said this morning on the pages of the newspaper, now is your chance. 0911 20022 or 0707 454 1014. Let's take our first caller. Good morning. Good day, my line.
Good morning, Barry.
Good morning to you. Is that
My
Mommy?
name is Herbert Apple from Port Harcourt Road.
Okay. How about good morning? Welcome aboard.
Yeah, Barry, it's good to have you back.
Thank you very much.
Thank God for your healing.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me talk about the Senate's position on the new Electoral Act.
Can we talk about that later on so that we'll discuss on it, because we have 1 hour to discuss about that, please. Let's deal with other issues.
Okay, well, that's the headline I'm actually interested in.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
That is our main conversation. Let's just deal with other issues. Let the Electoral Act rest for now. Thank you. Good morning, Barry. Happy New Day to you. My name is Felix Moses. Still texting from my humble community, Umuahimbiari. Bandits still killing innocent Nigerians, and yet Tinubu still wants to contest the 2027 election. I wonder what he wants to give Nigerians when he can't protect the life of Nigerians. Please, I want to know the number of Nigerians that died since Tinubu became the president of this country. Nigeria is still bleeding under his watch. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Barry.
I greet you. Welcome aboard.
It's obvious that Christians are being massacred. But what is really holding Trump from coming to help us here? What is holding Trump from coming to help us here? Is it when we are all dismissed, when we are all killed, that the United States will come and help us? We are really bleeding. We are no more safe in our own land, even in our community here in Owerri. We are not safe. In every corner, you see them, you move with fear. You can't deal with any of them like your fellow human being. You deal with them with fear because of you might get killed on the process and nothing will happen.
All right.
They are banned cycle, they are banned, but you see them move around freely. You are not free in this country, Barry, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. No vex. Thank you. All right, this one says, good morning, Barry Cosmos. I'm Ofuegbu Chinedu from Umuakali, Naze. Nigeria, our country with so many mineral resources. With the rejection of electronic transfer of election results, automatically Tinubu has already won the election to be conducted in the year 2027. Needles of going to the booth to cast a vote. Nigeria, my country. This other one says, Barry, happy morning. I was scared that your village people have caught up with you. Thank God you took my call. All right, thank you very much. That is Elder Chijokohoha. Barry, have you now seen the reason behind those defections to APC? NAS is the hub for constitutional desecration and total capture of 2027 election. Their thinking is that they don't really need the people's vote to win elections, and that they will live forever with or without Nigerians. Eke Guru, Elder Chijoke, thank you very much for sending your message. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Barry Cosmos. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
This is Engineer Frank Ujebeleba, and this morning I'm radiating from Mama Douglas.
Yes, so thank you very much for joining us. Welcome aboard.
You're welcome. 100 and something people killed.
Mm.
And they're just saying it as if they are not human beings. And we've gone to a stage where human lives are not value in this country.
Mm.
And those communities, they have traditional rulers, they have councillors, they have local government chairmen, House of Assembly, House of Reps, senators, governor, and the president. And all these things are happening. We don't value human life again in this country, and they are busy talking about 2020 election. It is quite unfortunate that we find ourselves in a country where human lives are not valued. And my prayer this day is that they should not even influence those military men that Donald Trump sent to Nigeria, because in those time, you know their pattern, they will start giving them brown and envelope, and they must go. I pray they do not accept such money. Nigeria will be great.
Thank you.
It's now left for citizens to rise up to this occasion. Thanks, sir. God bless you.
Thank you very much. This Mrs. Barry Wanemotutoma. I wanted to call yesterday on hearing that you are under the weather, but could not because I don't have your direct number. But today I'm happy that you are back and better. Welcome, one name. Thank you very much. Mrs. Bright from Ogbako. Thank you very much, Mrs. Bright from Ogbako. I appreciate you. And this other one says the Burugburu one and the February baby on radio. I think the senators want to rig the election so that they will go back and continue their corruption. For me, nothing good will come under Akpabio Senate leadership. He is a fraudulent senator. God will reject their evil plans one day. And again, almost all the senators belonging to APC, then I will always have it, and the eyes will always have it, and they cannot approve any law that will affect APC rigging plans. Abaribe alone cannot fight them. On the Kwara massacre, I think it is a high time the president declares state of emergency in Kwara State. I want to know if these bandits are not afraid of American army presently in the country. Let the American army act quick. For Nnamdi Kanu, I hope Omotosho will not be in court for the case. Barry, I was thinking that your absence yesterday was as a result of Chelsea losing to Arsenal. Comrade Chris Ogbonna, JP, Church of Presentation. My God, all these Arsenal people. When I know verse, I'm back. This one is from Dr. Steele, Dr. Sinazi Steele Global. It says, Father God, I pray for Mr. Barry Cosmos, my brother, physical and emotional well-being. Please give him the strength to continue fighting, as stated in Isaiah 41, verse 10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I pray for his quick recovery to lift him out of this sickness and for your healing to cover from head to toe. In Jesus' name, thank you very much, Dr. Ifeanyi Sinazi. God bless you for your prayer. And all right, we have this one, Juju from Ikwere. Says, Barry, be well in Jesus' name. Amen. I missed your voice yesterday, although I did not have your personal number to call. Thank you very much, Juju from Ikwere. God bless you. Concerning the topic, Barry, in fact, I am regretting find myself in this country where those call themselves honorable members without having fields of orders. Trump should do fast to rescue us. In Nnamdi Kanu's case, nothing God cannot do. Igbo leaders are disappointment to Southeast. 6 feet are waiting for everybody. Joe Heso are still on strike. Federal hospitals not working. Barrio, Tinubu don't travel again. All right. Thank you very much. Let's go back to the phone lines now. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Mr. Cosmos.
Yes, Amma, good morning to you.
Yeah. Happy Thursday, Mr. Cosmos.
Happy Thursday to you, too.
At the same time, I'm wishing you quick and total recovery.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. Cosmos.
Yeah?
When you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, it seems that the North and the federal government are using this northern militant group to Islamize Nigeria. So that's the way I look at it, because when you try to attack them aggressively, some Northerners, or majority of them, sympathize with them. And the federal government is in its own side, is handling them with big blows. It seems that they have that kind of agenda to use all these militant groups to Islamize Nigeria. Cosmos, I heard that American soldiers are finally going. I don't know how true it is.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We got the information that they came in. They're supposed to be working with Nigerian army for this security, especially the protection of Christians and all that. But definitely they are here. But it's not like a fighting troop to come and fight. These are fact-finding and people who are supposed to be helping Nigeria to overcome that issue. All right, thank you very much, Amma. Good morning. Good morning. Who's on my line?
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
I greet you, sir.
Happy to hear your voice. Yesterday, when I'm trying to do, I said, what happened to my brother? So this
Thank
morning,
you.
I learned that you are not well. Happy
Thank
to
you.
hear your voice.
Thank you very
May
much.
May God give you more able.
Amen.
To stand.
Amen.
But, Barry Cosmos, do you see what I'm telling you all day? That Nigeria don't have security. What they know is to go and borrow money, left and the right, to squander. Now, look what happened to Malami and then Nandekalo. See the problem now. Now, Nandekalo, is it a terrorism or Malami is a terrorism? Look at that. Now, look at the number of people they killed yesterday, 163. And the government are telling us it's 30 people, while the Red Cross are telling us it's 62. Now, the government said that, this is massive. Look at the number they killed in Benue yesterday, 7 people. Is it not a shameful thing to this country?
Right.
Which type of country is this? May God help us in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much, my brother, for sending in that beautiful voice. All right, we have on our Facebook, we have Kate Nwanchuku says, good morning, Mr. Barry. How are you doing today? Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Kate. Obi says, the Senate of Federal Republic of Nigeria, it says, Nigeria and work for their self. Okay, after they are boasting that they have all the states in APC, still they are afraid because they know too well that they are not doing well, but are still making us lost interest. Please, USA should help us sanitize these old people in our Senate House. Thank you very much. Chinaza Nice, the Senate President have totally destroyed this country. It is a pity Nigeria can never be good again. Comrade Gregory Chivoy says, good morning, my presenter, and watching from VGC Lekki, Lagos. Bad government doesn't seem bad on those that benefit from it. Honestly, the Nigerian Senate is the most corrupt institution I've ever seen. There is no hope for the masses to enjoy the dividends of democracy in Nigeria. May God save us. Uchenna Onokogu says, Senate rejection of making electronic transmission of results and compulsory from the polling unit is an indication. Having the usual election result from a faulty process, Nigerian democracy is under serious threat. Leora Chidindu says, good morning, my good people. I'm new follower, Smiling Judges. Smiling Judges is my name from Egbo Road Safety. Thank you very much, Chidindu. Welcome to the family. Ezenaya Buruburu. Happy to hear and see you this morning. You scared the hell out of me yesterday. Sorry, my dear. Okay, happy morning. Nigeria has never woken on any day since APC and its co-travelers hijacked power without one heinous, heartbreaking story or the other. Very sad that our government is at all levels abusing, manipulating the constitution to retain power by all means. Over 100 souls killed in one swoop and no government concern. NAS has passed the electoral bill to benefit them and APC only. To them, Nigerians are fully and totally captured. So what is the difference between them and the ISWAP Boko Haram bandits? I keep wondering whether Nigeria is not at a brink of disintegration. Barrio, how did we get to this abysmal level? Is it really over? What a question. I doubt. Oh, Diego, Elder Chijok is still thinking. All right, we have Dr. Mrs. Mma Olebara from Owerri. Nigeria is bleeding as over 100 people are feared dead in Kwara. These are human beings and not fowls. See how their glorious destinies were aborted in the most gruesome manner. So lives are no longer sacred, not precious again, and blood not costly in this country. Shall we continue to lament every day as government is after 2027 election and has failed in its basic responsibilities of protecting lives and property? May we never pass through this way again. Kemini Nse says, good morning, sir, the Radio Odogo. you're always doing well, sir. Just say hi to you. Coming in, sir, watching you from World Bank. Thank you very much, and say, all right, I think we have time for another caller. Good morning. Who dem a line? Are you serious? Don Peters. Don Peters say, good morning, Mr. Barry Cosmos. This is the worst government I see. Oh, government don't value human being again. Chai. That's as he puts it. Calvin in the Mecca. Ogu says, good morning, sir. No electronic transmission of election results. No need for election. Kevin Ogu from Okigwe Road. Thank you. Eric Mike says, good morning, Sabari. How are you doing this morning? My grandma can never allow me rest because she likes how you vibe on radio, on this radio. Keep it up. Thank you. Keep it up, sir. God bless you, Eric Mike. Tell grandma that Barry Cosmos is hailing her, and I appreciate her. Don Ike says, Barry, welcome back, Barry. Nigeria is a scam and nothing more. Anyway, all right, let's take one more caller before we go on our break. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you very much. That sounds like Pastor Smart. Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct.
All right.
Thank God you are back.
Thank you very much.
Bouncing.
Thank you very much.
Yes. I just want to, this time I'm speaking as a criminologist by training and also as a security consultant. What is happening in Nigeria is deliberate. We call it white-collar crime. It is a highly organized crime. And collaborators to this crime are highly placed in the security architecture of the country and politicians. I want to believe the government, having the privilege to information, should have known this by now. The fight against this terrorist criminal element is not mostly on the field. It is within the security apparatus of the country. Those security officers, the highly placed individuals who are sentimental over this Islamic agenda should be investigated thoroughly. I want to tell you there are moles in the army, in the police, who are aiding and abetting this crime. And until you nip them in the bud and deal with them to serve as a deterrent, whatever thing you do in the field will not yield the desired results.
All right.
Until these people who are helping these criminal elements are caught.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pastor Smart. All right, we have this one from Achonwa Raf. Says, Achonwa Raf is my name, and good morning, Barry. If the 2027 election is still going to be manual, I ain't voting nothing. Thanks. All right, that's the major thing I'm going to talk about today later on the show. But that's Achonwa Raf from our YouTube page. Thank you very much for joining us on YouTube. Achonwa, please, we would like to see more people join and watching on YouTube right now. Okay, let the subscribers move on. We need to hit 1,000 subscribers before this month ending. So I appreciate everybody who will join us. Okay, WhatsApp, we are going to go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll take more of your messages and continue with the conversation. Don't touch that dial. We will be right back. Don't go nowhere. Stay.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
Jodora, skills acquisition. Jodora, and empowerment for self-reliance.
Applications are invited from housewives, school leavers for admissions into the Jodora Skills Acquisition Center for courses in dressmaking, fashion designing, textile arts, craft, catering or home management, beauty care, moral instruction, event planning and management, interior and exterior decoration. Hostel accommodation is available. Ultra modern outfits with trained and experienced staff to meet all your training needs. We also hire art academic gowns, fresh admissions.
Registration is ongoing.
For enquiries, contact the registrar, Judora Skills Acquisition Center, Judora House, 152B Tetilo Road, Owerri, or Judora House, Kilometer 8, Awaka. Contact
070-3664-9859
or 0803-875-9811.
Echo FM. It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
Imo State Electricity Regulatory Commission, ISERC, extends huge congratulations to the indefatigable Executive Governor, His Excellency, Senator Hope Uzodimma, past executive leaders of the state, and the good people of Imo State on the occasion of the state's 50th anniversary celebration. ISERC celebrates Onwimo for consistently navigating the state towards progress and development. We especially appreciate your unprecedented commitment to the development of power infrastructure in the state. The establishment of Imo State Electricity Regulatory Commission, or Rashi Electricity Company Limited, investing in 330 kV, 132 kV transmission line constructions, etc. As we celebrate this milestone in statehood, may the giant strides of the state be sustained and inspire continued development and prosperity for Imolites. Hoorah! This is a toast to more years of growth and achievement in Imo State. Signed, Engineer Bede Opera, Chairman, CEO, ISERC.
This week to help those in need.
If you know that it's God Almighty that created you and created we Nigerians like you need to do good things for us because the masses are suffering. How can suspend me here? Are we your slaves?
And I'm going to win this election.
That is the truth.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo,
Country people, this is not story time on Top Echo
and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People.
From the newsroom of Echo FM comes a news update at 10. Here are the latest stories we are keeping tabs at this hour. The federal government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has invited qualified professionals to apply for the United Nations Resident Coordinator and Humanitarian Coordinator Talent Pipeline. The initiative is aimed at identifying high-caliber individuals for leadership roles within the UN's humanitarian and coordination system. The ministry explained that the selected candidates will undergo structured leadership and capacity building programs, but clarified that admissions into the pipeline does not guarantee appointment. While UN staff require government nomination, non-UN professionals may apply directly, with interested Nigerians encouraged to participate. Nigerian Communications Commission and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps have warned contractors and public agencies against damaging fiber optics cables during construction works, stating that offenders will now face prosecution. The agency described the rising incidence of fiber cuts as a serious threat to national security, public safety, and economic stability. They noted that telecommunications fiber infrastructure is classified as critical national information infrastructure under the 2024 Executive Order. The regulator stressed that any individual or organization responsible for damage to fiber optics facilities will be prosecuted and sanctioned under the existing laws. In the Senate President Godswill Akpabio has dismissed reports claiming that the Senate rejected electronic transmission of results during the deliberations of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. He clarified that electronic transmission was not removed from the law and remained part of Nigeria's electoral process. Akpabio explained that the confusion arose from the debate on provisions allowing INEC to determine the mode of results transmission. He assured Nigerians that the Senate has no intention of reversing electoral reforms and urged the public to disregard misleading information. In Niger State, communities in Bogu and Agwara, local government areas of Niger State are experiencing rising insecurity as armed groups carry out killings, abductions, and arson. The attackers operate from forest areas around the Kainji National Park, targeting farms, schools, churches, and security facilities, leaving residents in fear. Despite government assurances, attacks have continued in areas including Papari, Wawa, and the Agwara, where a church and police stations were recently burnt. Residents and leaders are calling for urgent federal action, including stronger security deployment and intelligence-driven operations to restore safety in the Bogu Emirate. In Lagos State, the Lagos State government has announced a traffic diversion to enable repair works on damaged asphalt sections of the Okpongbon Bridge and adjoining service lanes. The rehabilitation, scheduled to begin on February 5th, will be carried out in phases and is expected to last for 6 weeks. Motorists heading towards Marina, CMS, Victoria Island, and the Third Mainland Bridge will be diverted through alternative routes, while traffic officials will be deployed to manage movement. The state government has urged the road users to remain patient and comply with instructions. And in business, Nigeria has gained recognition as a key player in global data privacy governance following the enactment of the Nigerian Data Protection Act and the establishment of an independent regulator. The National Commissioner for Nigerian Data Protection Commission, Dr. Vincent Olatunji, said the development has positioned Nigeria within the global data protection ecosystem. The federal government has also called on regulators and technology stakeholders to prioritize ethics in the deployment of artificial intelligence. Officials warn that rapid innovation without adequate safeguards would undermine citizens' rights and weaken public trust. On the foreign scene, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, has met with the Palestinian ambassador to Nigeria, Mohammad Al-Mouri, as part of efforts to strengthen bilateral relations. Discussions focus on consular issues, humanitarian cooperation, and regional developments of mutual interest. In a separate engagement, the minister hosted Saudi Arabia's Minister of Hajj and Umrah, Dr. Taufik bin Fawzan Rabai, to deepen cooperation in pilgrimage management. The meetings came amid reports of enhanced security cooperations, including the deployment of a small U.S. military team to Nigeria. In the world of sports, Cristiano Ronaldo has returned to full training with Al Nassr, ending speculation over an alleged boycott following his absence from a recent league match. Reports have suggested the Portuguese star stayed away in protest over perceived unequal investment in the Saudi Public Investment Fund. Despite the claims, Ronaldo shared images from training on social media, signaling his commitment to the club. Saudi football officials remain optimistic he will feature in the upcoming Riyadh Derby against Al Ittihad, a key fixture in the title race. And that's all for the news update at this hour, as edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more news and updates, follow us on Facebook is Echo FM, on X is at Echo FM_OA. On Instagram and YouTube is Echo FM 100.7. You can also listen live anywhere in the world via www.echofm.net. And that's the news update at 10. Thank you for listening.
Echo FM. It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7. Live from the Eastern Heartland, Echo FM 100.7 brings you engaging conversation on trending news.
We need the federal government to sort whatever issue they are having with ASU.
And by December this year, 4,000 MOUs will be employed in Europe.
It's explosive.
Well, first of all, we must understand that war in itself is a display of anarchy. When you talk about war, that is lawlessness at its peak. When you say you are fighting war to keep Nigeria one, no. You fought the war as a manifestation of your incompetence in the management of the crisis that was then part of Nigerian history.
Hilarious.
I get malaria, my cancer. Behind every successful man, there's a woman at the front. Without it, stop shaking your head. You stop shaking your head. You're one of those who are causing problems. On action,
and daring.
Mr. President, God will ask all of us, but you will be in the front. I will say, I've told the Senate President.
Our nation remains one of the most insecure and least peaceful in the world today, making Nigeria one of the hungriest countries of the world. Nigerians now spend nearly their entire income on feeding.
We may be hungry, but we can manage our hunger.
My appeal is that you dedicate 20% of 2025, roughly 72 days, to visit each of the 36 states.
Catch the drama, feel the excitement on Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri with the Radio Marshal Barry Cosmos. Every weekday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Join the conversation on Straight Talk with Barry Cosmos. Straight Talk. Get straight analysis. No bending corners.
Dites-moi d'où il vient, enfin je saurai où je vais. Maman dit que lorsqu'on cherche bien, on finit toujours par trouver. Elle dit qu'il n'est jamais très loin, qu'il part très souvent travailler. Maman dit travailler c'est bien, bien mieux qu'être mal accompagné, pas vrai?
Où est ton papa? Dis-moi où est ton papa? Sans même devoir lui parler, c'est ce qui ne va pas. Ah sacré papa, dis-moi où es-tu caché?
Ça doit
faire au moins 1000 fois que j'ai
compté mes doigts. Hey.
Où t'es papa, où t'es? Où t'es papa, où t'es? Où t'es papa, où t'es? Où t'es, où t'es papa, où t'es? 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 Où t'es, où t'es papa, où t'es?
Qu'on y croit ou pas, il y aura bien un jour, on n'y croira plus. Un jour ou l'autre, on sera tous papa, et d'un jour à l'autre, on aura disparu. Serons-nous détestables? Serons-nous admirables? Des géniteurs ou des génies? Dites-nous qui donne naissance aux irresponsables. Ah, dites-nous qui tient tout le on fait des bébés, mais personne sait comment on fait des papas. Monsieur, je sais tout en aurait hérité. C'est ça, faut le sucer de son pouce ou quoi? Dites-nous où c'est caché. Ça doit faire au moins 1000 fois qu'on a bouffé nos doigts. Hey! Où t'es? Papa, où t'es? Où t'es? Papa, où t'es? Où t'es? Papa, où t'es?
Well, that's the sound we hear when the Senate rejected Nigeria's clamor for electronic transmission. This is what you get. When you hear Nigerian Senate rejected electoral transmission result, what do we shout?
Où est ton papa? Dis-moi où est ton papa? Sans même devoir lui parler, il sait ce qui ne va pas. Ah, sacré papa.
Yeah, so welcome back to the show. It is Straight Talk Live on Echo FM 100.7. Papa Uday! That's... Are you having that reaction just like I'm having? All right, people, welcome back to the show. It is Straight Talk Live on Echo FM. Well, we had to listen to that song because, when it is shock you, you go, Papa, who day? Yeah, so that's so with the CM and I see the B, that's how we bring them. Welcome back to the show. Let's get some of the messages you sent earlier on the show. I will read them out before we go into that conversation. Awuja from Neka, they said the appeal of Nnamdi Kanu for a retrial of his case by the Supreme Court is a mere waste of time and finances. His case to life jail was not decided in the Federal Court of Appeal, rather it was decided in Aso Rock, and is still in the same Aso Rock that his appeal will be decided as Nigerian judiciary. It's a mere rubber stamp directed on what to give as verdict by the executive arm of the government. Well, that is the gospel according to Awuja from Nekede. All right, we also have... this one says, good morning, Barry. We missed you yesterday. Thank God you're back. I'm Frank Najib from MBC. Thank you very much, Frank. We also have, this one says, good morning, Barry. Thinking that anything good will come out of this present government is the federal level is laughable. It's a good thing that they are showing it to the public that they don't need our vote to be there. And for Mercy Johnson and Angela Okorie's case, nothing like forgiveness here. Let us have her time in jail. When she was saying all that, she didn't think about tomorrow. I find it funny when I see or hear Nigerians plead on her behalf. Anyways, thank God you are back fully and healthy. Please stay healthy and strong. It's so precious. Thank you very much. It's so precious. Okay, D. Princess G. Glad is thankful to God for the quick recovery of Barry Cosmos. May the good Lord continue to be your strength. You scared me yesterday, could not think. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry for giving you a scare. Well, it was something I needed to just take a rest a little bit to save myself, okay? Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. Barry. Thank God for your good health today. Ghana inflation is now below 4%. Our closest neighbor. Good leadership is the answer. Nigeria has double-digit inflation, economic insecurity, and social security everywhere. In Nigeria's Senate decline, every electronic voting is displayed on leadership mindset of our brothers in power. Nigeria must rise up against this political leadership darkness and backwardness. Nigeria should rise to the needful to have changed the status quo. God bless Nigeria. Dr. Imo Emmanuel, thank you very much.
On n'y croira plus. Un jour ou l'autre, on sera tous papa et d'un jour à l'autre, on aura disparu. Serons-nous détestables? Serons-nous admirables?
All right, Jason says, good morning, Sabari, the wonderful and eloquent analyst, Ngozi from OG. Thank you very much, Ngozi. I enjoy the way you analyze the happenings of the day. Honestly, I do not have your mobile number. I would have called you after I waited for 2 hours yesterday without hearing your voice. Sorry, please. It was as if my day was not complete. Away. Sorry about that. But I thank God for taking care of you as I pray for more strength and perfect healing. Amen. Thank you very much. As for the Senate and their corruption, if they don't receive their punishment from God, their children will receive it. May God bring more listeners to Echo FM. Thank you very much for your prayer. And Ngozi from OG. St. Nicholas Okechukwu, always radiating from Ezinitembe, say it's so unfortunate where we found ourselves. These are so-called senators we have. I'm not surprised when a bill came and Senate President read it out due to the pressure from the United States of America and the bill to purchase arms for the military and the process of release of funds for it to procure for it. Senate rejected it. That is not important to follow or monitor the process of releasing the funds to the purchase of it. And now it's the electoral process. It's so unfortunate. I rest here. All right, on that note, we go straight to our conversation. What this, my brother St. Nicholas, I just said, it's what I want to talk about this very morning. Yes. Let's take a look at all the bills passed by the Senate. All we need to do is just take our mind back a little bit. Nigeria's Senate rejected the bill to follow up the purchase of arms. Imagine that. What do we do? That is what happened to Nigerian Senate. They rejected that one. So if they release money for arms to be procured to our military, they rejected to monitor that one. They said, no, we don't want to do that. Let the arms go and buy. So whoever goes to buy the arms and all that, people that are involved, our military boys are dying in their droves numbers in Sambisa Forest, in Bogu village, in every village. They are being killed. Our policemen are being killed by unscrupulous elements of the underworld. Citizens of Nigerians are dying. And your Senate rejected to, you know what? Just monitor them, move money. Buy the weapons, do that. This is what they call the oversight function. But they rejected it completely. We don't want to do that thing. You know, follow our hand, no day. If Jackie Chan meet you, my hand, no day. You know that kind of Chinese language they speak. Now, who beat you? Now, Jackie Chan, I go beat him. And that's kind of pidgin English over here for Chinese and Chinese they speak. I mean, English they speak in their movie. Gently, he don't tell where that boy don't try me. I go beat him. Like that. Or this Master Chief. Oh, now this is exactly what they did. Yeah, it says Chief. Oh, we don't want to supervise that one. We don't want to have, what is it called? Supervisory functions and oversight functions to oversight on the purchase of arms for our military. That one, we no vex. Not do us anything. They came again. They rejected electoral process that every Nigerian is praying for, to give Nigerians the vibe to go out and vote. And guess what? They know how Nigerians will react. And that's exactly the reaction I'm getting this morning. Everybody that had this one say, me, I am not going to vote again. Once you don't go to vote again, what happens? They do what they do. They retain the power. Because they know that if you don't go out, because you know if you vote, your vote will not be counted. That is what they want you to think. That's exactly what they want you to think, and you have started falling into their trap. Woe betide anybody who will hear things like this and get angry, because the woes you will face is that you have given them the free room to do whatever they want to do. I am saying this morning, foul, it no work. To me, it changes nothing. So whether the Senate likes it or not, Nigerians are going to vote. And this time around, whether you want to transmit or transfer and all that craziness, that electronic manual and whatever you want to do, the manual collation has never worked. But they say, no, another one they want. Why? Because they don't want you to go out with that zeal thinking that you want to vote for your person you want. So at the end of the day, the question is, will you allow them? Do you fall into their trap? Do you agree that this is what you want? So everybody this morning, I am playing this sound because I want you to see, shout, exclaim. This is what the Senate wants you to do. They want you to go back. This is, I'm saying it openly, and I'm not scared to say it, because at the end of the day, Nigerians only ask for a reform so that results can move from the polling unit to the IREF. Everybody will see it. There, after the agents of the party and the returning officers sign, boom, the result is posted on IREF. In real time, everybody knows that. Senate say hell no to that. Now, why did they say that? Why did they say no to that? It is not surprising. It is not surprising at all. So are you surprised? Were you not expecting this? Because for months they have rejected even deliberating on the bill. So why are you surprised that this thing came out of? So the only thing I want everybody to listen this morning, harden your heart and say, okay, since you now no want to do what you will want, we will now come out in droves and change everything. That is the spirit you should have, not dissenting voice, we're not to vote again. Our vote will not. That is exactly what they want you to feel. Are you going to feel that way? You have given them the victory. Somebody say, Tinubu already win. Say they want to. Hell no. Somebody say, Atiku already win. Hell no. Somebody will say, Peter Obi don't win. Nobody don't win. Nobody decide. Until you decide. If you decide, the problem now is, will you decide? It's the question. It's the question. So don't stay there. I'm looking at these concerns about transparency. Senate reject transmission of results, and for that reason you sit down in your house and complain for another 4 years. Do you think they want to give you a chance? They want to retain the power. Let me tell you something. Let me give you. If you go to the polling unit today, all those senators that are rejecting to do what you want as the people, only you have the right to bring them, never to go back there again. But they have conditioned your mindset that you cannot do anything, and you have accepted it that way. Come on. Come on, people. I believe that these are the kind of news that should make Nigerians so angry that everybody who is eligible to vote should come out and change the status quo. But no, we'll sit down in our house and complain on radio, complain on the pages of newspaper, on social media. Who your complaint help? It's time for action. It's time for action, people. Action, they say, speaks louder than voice. Let's take action. And the only action you can take legally is on election date. The crowd that should come out that day should overwhelm whoever wants to rig the election. That is the only way you are going to deal with this. Because if you say you want to sit in your house, thank you very much, sit down and complain for the next 4 years. Sit down and complain for the next 4 years. You cannot do that. This is not the time to do that. In fact, the time to sit down on the fence are things past. Look at what you are suffering today. Ghana's election, Ghana had a president, they selected by the people. Today, their inflationary rate is less than 4%, 3%. Nigeria is still struggling with 20-something percent, double digit. Why? A country where even the village heads and the leaders of a village will tell you, people are coming to attack us, so please come and help us. Please send military. And then, boom, the military refused, they didn't come. Not because they refused. Nobody took that information serious. This is intelligence report. They went and killed hundreds of people. This is not the first time it's happening. What should these people do? Would you want to allow the same thing to happen again in the next 4 years after 2027? The only thing you can do is to come out with that anger, with that vigor that you call here to say a whole lot of things and then put anybody that is not doing well out of the political system. That is the only way you can do that. If you are 18 years and above and you don't have an electoral card, you want manna to fall from heaven. It will never fall. As I'm here now, I am more determined to go out there and vote because of what these people did. Because of what these people did. I am more determined to vote because of what these people have done. How about you? Are you now weak? Are you giving up? I'm not here to talk about what the Senate has done. I'm here to talk about what you will do, what you should do, and what you need to do. This is not about sitting down complaining. Time for that has since passed. Everybody in Imo State and beyond, wherever you're watching me from, the time has passed for complaints. The time for action is now. The only action you can do is on that day. Don't sit down in your house. Let me see how they will rig it. Yes, they will do whatever they need to do. But there are numbers you cannot fight with. Do you think if police that escort these people to do the wrong things every time they do election, a policeman will be posted there, he will sit and there sleep if he like, sleep, forget. The last election, I was discussing with some policemen. I'm not going to call the place where that conversation had for safety and all that. But they say, if they won't fight, when I fight, now, when I fight, we won't carry on a dead body. Just imagine the mindset. Police don't tire for una. Which senator they carry ballot box they run? Which senator they go rig election for rigging place? Now una, all of una where they do them, and they talk to una. Now una go rig election. Now una they go carry ballot box. Now una they go thumbprint. Now una they go do anything. You don't see where Tinubu get up, go election result, go do anything. The only thing we're going to do is to give you money to go destroy yourself. And you destroy it and then you come and complain. Hey, it is very clear, it's evident for everybody to understand that what the Senate has done is complete nonsense. If you ask me, the Electoral Act is very simple. Give Nigerians what Nigeria want. Sanitize the electoral system. Even if you want to rig through that, rig and first, give it to us. You said no. They also rejected a 10-year plan to jail somebody who buys or who sells PVC. If your PVC is not important, why are they buying it from you? They buy it so you don't have the power. Somebody will come, come buy, wait till you're supposed to use, control them. So that you go to control. You carry sell, give them. The next thing you call by the customers on radio, call all the radio stations to complain. Go on social media, our government bad. Who they do them? You are the cause. And today, anybody who want vex, may vex. The truth is that you have given up. This morning, I want to use this anger inside of you to channel it to the right cause. The right cause to channel your anger is to go out there and vote out anybody that is not performing. Let's start from Imo State. Look at, we have 3 senators in Imo State. Who among them voted yes to the fact that we need electronic transfer? Tell me one. They were all there. Go to Abia State, same thing. Go to Enugu, same thing. So this is not about Southeast or South-South or North or South. No. It is the people who you sent there. They have collectively formed a gang against you. And what do? You give in. No, I don't give up. I am telling you this morning, the only thing that you have is you. Once you lose yourself, thank God for you. Your name now, sorry. Just like we are in a sorry state today, that is how you'll continuously be in a sorry state for the next 6-7 years. Continue. Sitting down on the fence, doing nothing. If we vote, our vote, no, they can't. They will do whatever they want to do. Yes, they will do whatever they want to do. I keep saying it. They will try. They must go ahead to do whatever they want to do. But the truth is that if 10 million voters come out in Imo State on that day, they may rig out 2 million, but 8 million votes will still count. But when you have 1,500,000 come out, they will rig the entire 500,000 self. That is what you don't know. And every time we say this, somebody will come here. In fact, after I drop this microphone, I open the phone lines, and some people will still come and say, this. There's no point. Continue saying that to your own detriment. This is exactly what the political class wants you to feel. Once you feel that way, you are done for. Manipulations. They're manipulating your head with every calculated action taken by the political class to keep you where you are. This is worse than what the white men did and still doing. Neocolonialism through these people. And yet you think it's a joke? You think the Senate is just doing it? You think the internal influence is not there? The only way you rise up. We keep telling stories of like the landing Igbos that were taken as slaves. They refused to be as slaves. They decided, we die here, but we will never be slaves. Where is that spirit? Where is that thought? Where is that you? I can tell you wholeheartedly this morning that I am angry with what has been done. But my anger is going to be channeled towards doing the right thing. And one of the things I have channeled my anger towards is to let you channel your own anger to the right cause. And that is go out there and change the system. It is not by violence. It's not by destruction. If you destroy your house, destroy the public vehicles, hospitals, who will suffer? And still you will not touch them. They don't care about you. The only thing they care about is that your vote, don't have it. If it must come, I will have it. But instead of you to have it, no way. And you allow them by complaining and sitting down on the fence. This is not time for that nonsense. It's time for us to rise up as Nigerians. It's time for us to rise up as a people to change certain things through the ballot box. It's as simple as that. Whether you want to believe it or not, that is the only way to save ourselves in this country. If we don't do it, we will continue to complain. If the Senate is made, we say it's APC. APC is a party. APC without the human beings is nothing. Do you think 36 governors in a state without you will do a thing come the election? They may write the election result as usual. They may do anything, but don't give up. Do your side first. Don't make it so easy for them. Let's make the work hard for them. So they'll come and come do the one where we say the whole world go see. Last time it was electronic transmission or no electronic transmission. They, according to some people, they off data, they no off data. They did this one. The transmission didn't work. They had glitches here and there. What did they want to tell you this time? First, go to your local government and register. We started hearing stories. If you're not, go and register for this party. And take 5,000 register. You go register. Now you're swelling the numbers for them to write the results without you knowing because of 5,000, 10,000. At the end of the day, you come and complain. It's like we enjoy complaining. For those of you who are voting, graciously put in efforts, God bless you. Thank you. But for those of you who sit down, on election day, the young boys will be playing football in the street. On election day, the other day, when I want to drink the highest beer. On election day, now you go carry one party put. I mean, do all that and then remain the next 4 years complaining. Country hard. For the big boys, people say, no matter how you be, we go still eat, we go still drink. One day, if you have 1 million and then you spend 500,000 just to, you spend 1.5 for a 1 million naira project, that 500,000 will become a debt to you. And that is what you're doing. Yes, you'll be living life, but not alive. After you, what comes to the next generation? Anyway, I think I've said my piece. Let's hear what you got to say. Are we, this morning, are we going to allow this issue of the Senate not rejecting transmission stop us from voting? That is the question I want to ask this morning. Already people have started saying, me, I need to vote again. But will you, honestly, with all due conscience, allow this to continue? This is not a fight with bullets and machete. It's a fight with your electoral votes. Let's join the conversation right now. 0911 20022 0707 454 1014. Or you just join us on WhatsApp or join us on Facebook. And most importantly, join us on YouTube so that we can reach a lot of people. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Sabari.
I greet you.
I greet you specially for doing the justice.
Thank you very much. Is that Frank?
That's my name.
All right, go ahead.
I'm Comrade Frank that do come from Worsley Out. That's my name.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I also thank you once again for doing justice in the studio this very good morning. Honestly, Sabari, for me, and for me, I'm not going to be among those cash and the carry politicians, honestly, because I understand that most of the problem we have in our country today is when we sell our conscience with peanuts. But for me, I am also using this medium, also advising my fellow youth in Nigeria today, honestly, for we to stand our ground. Honestly, because several years we have been operating in empty promises by politicians that never do us well. Honestly, whether signing the electoral bill or not, I have taken the decision not to be sell out.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day and also more money in your account.
Thank you. God bless you, my brother. Hello, good morning. Ude Malayan.
Good morning, Barry Cosmas, my very good friend.
Thank you very much. Welcome, Chief.
My name is Chief Jude Umaja. I usually come from the Chizog in Imo State. Sorry, there's no cause for alarm. The Senate has actually said what they said. And then, like I've always maintained, nobody can be more Catholic than the Pope. The onus lies on us to actually be the more determined to make sure that we go and exercise our franchise. Barry, I, for one, have decided not just to, encourage myself alone, but to encourage a lot of others. I have to go into my community and arrange for a meeting of the elders and some of the youth and encourage them, to actually determine to go and exercise their franchise. It is not over until it is over. I come to think of it. I do not think that there is anything wrong with what the senators have said. If anything, they've just gone ahead to tell us that, they want to uphold what has been there. And to tell us that, it is not, that we don't have a network in almost all the communities. And that explains why it must not compel INEC to do electronic transmission of votes. That is by the way. But the truth is that just like you rightly pointed out in your analysis, let us, as individuals, as entities, as collectives, as collective individuals, as organizations, to actually determine to not to be undaunted by this, but determine to be resolute and go and exercise our franchise at the end of the day.
All right, thank you very much.
Who is thinking that this development will eventually lead to a particular party having an advantage, who is wasting his time, because it is you and you that makes you what you are, and the result of the election will be a reflection of what the votes the people have cast.
Thank you very much.
Let us remain unanswered. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sabari, once again.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, once again. For me, I understand that it is not going to be business as usual. Whether signing the electoral bill or not. And for this time around, some people always say that you cannot be more Pope than Catholic. But this time around, believe me, our future is in our hand. The church elect the Pope. So the Pope is not the superior more than the church. Believe me.
Thank you very much. All right. Well, that's the gospel according to Frank. Dear Don Bike says, Barry, welcome back. Barrio. Nigeria is a scam. Nosike Wisdom says, good morning, distinguished Barry Cosmos, the radio machine. One. I thank God for healing you, my dear brother, Barry. Mr. Barry, Nigerian lives are valueless before the APC-led government. They are being killed in their thousandth child. Who did this to us? On the Electoral Act, shame to Godswill Akpabio, led Senate for denying Nigerians good governance. God Almighty will not fail to judge them. Pastor Wisdom and Osike from Obazimberi. We also have this Patrick Chidi Okeke, says, good morning, Mr. Barry Cosmos. Welcome back. I hope you are good now. Thank you. I am good. By the grace of God, I'm fine. Anusiem Anthony Chukwude says, good morning, Mr. Barry Cosmos. How are you doing today and how was your night? I hope you slept well. I'm really happy to hear from you today. As I always say, Nigeria is a movie season films. We are watching. The movies is not yet over. Do you think that all this thing we are calling on phone or in the radio station, these people are ready to change? This is a movie season films we are watching for now. They didn't create Nigeria to work, rather than they created Nigeria so that there will be confusion everywhere. Do your own check from 1960 till now if Nigerian politicians or leaders have got it right. No. All Nigerian politicians or leaders, they have been in power now, are all confused. That is what they create Nigeria for. How market up Chelsea FC? They beat Arsenal FC. I pity you if FC Barcelona get you people go carry balls. No be Barcelona we would already beat. Now they come back and I say, carry back, come out here. He said, this guy don't make me the cup. Thanks and God bless you from Prophet Anusiem and Tony Chugodi, live from my most peaceful community in Mbitoli, LGA, Umweze, or Bazimberi in Mbitoli, LGA, over Imo State. All right, thank you very much. If they talk back, I go to follow talk. People who don't beat Tonton, they still make noise. Opera Vincent Chima says, Mr. Barry Cosmos, good morning today. How do you and really thank God, the Lord, for strengthening and healing you? Barry, it's your good friend, the great God Seed Global Ventures from Ihaga, but I'm staying at Avowere West. My friend, you see this APC and Nigeria is favor, but I believe that 2027 is not be like the game as usual. MNK is the only hope of the useful Indibo. If I can win over their self. Barry, I rest my case. God bless you, my friend. Well, that's how he wrote it. Dr. Mrs. Maulebra from Owerri say, what do we do? Do we just keep lamenting and allow these leaders to keep playing on our intelligence? They have directly told us that there will be no free and fair elections, that there will be no transparency. They feel that we are beasts of burdens that should be seen and not heard. We reject this in its entirety and will never accept it. Thank you very much. Ikenna in Lem says, Barry, I agree to you, but I disagree with you on this. The political party on top has captured everything, our voting material, so we are helping in this case. For example, have you seen what Imo State government is doing with the civil servants PVC in the name of empowerment? These are the main issues we should be talking about. Now, let me ask you, Ken and Lem, did the Imo State government force you to bring out your PVC? Can you come out openly and come to the radio, challenge anybody who was forced by the Imo State government to come and give their PVC? Please, I'm open challenge. If you know this happened to you, come and let's talk about it openly. I don't want anybody staying behind the scenes to say this, say that to the hearing of people. Millions of people are listening. Imo State government is canvassing for APC. That is politicking. They have to do it. If they don't do it, now you can go do them. What are you, Iken and Kem, Lem, what are you doing? You sit down and complain about the people. The people that were doing it, did you stop them? What did you do? That's the question. I don't want anybody complaining to me this morning. Anybody that wants to complain, go ahead and complain. But as for me, I am ready to fight for my right. And the only way I can do that is to go to the polls. Good morning, Mr. Barry. Thank God for your health. 2027 election will be Nigeria against the political class. That is the spirit We must stand up against their evil plan of rigging. Nigerian youth needs to go and get our PBC to chase these people out of office and say no to ballot snatching and rigging. Thanks. Dangote Pekin says, good morning, my Barry Cosmos. I'm enjoying your program. God bless you for your good work. Thank you. Benedict Odunze says, Mr. Barry, you are welcome back to work. In fact, this message today is touching my zeal for this country. Honestly, I will vote them out come 27. That is the spirit. That's the spirit. Let me ring a bell of blessing for Benedict Odunze. God bless you for taking that decision. I will mobilize my people to go out and vote them out. It's very painful to me as what is happening in Nigeria today. We must vote APC out no matter their rigging. Well, there are some good APC governments. There are some good APC people that needs to be kept. The wrong ones, vote them out. That's the spirit. Thank you very much, Benedict Odunze. And before we go back to the phone lines again now, let's just go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Barry.
Kasim.
Brother, my brother.
Kasim.
How your body?
I'm better, thank you. Thank you.
No?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me contribute my own for this topic. I don't know why we used to complain every day. Especially when the election is coming like this. Because it's not today all this drama we used to see in our democracy started. I could remember when PDP was there, we saw all this drama. Even those forwarding days in 1979 during time of Shagari, we still see like what is happened today. It still happened that time.
Kasim, let me stop you with this comment. This comment you're making now. I don't want to hear it this morning.
Okay.
What happened there? Can you tell us the incident that happened before that is happening now? Can you tell us where your Senate will openly tell you that we don't want a free and fair election? When has that happened in this country?
Well, even those when PDP was through, even though they not say this kind of thing when PDP was, but indirectly. No.
They didn't do nothing indirectly. This is Koro. Listen, in every
this one may be Koro, but it happened when PDP. I could remember in 2003. All these things happened.
So for that reason, and Kasim, because it's been happening, what do we do? What should you do? All right, thank you very much. Modestus eBay says, good morning to you, Barry. Our current senators cannot do anything that can benefit the citizens. Where are the opposition political parties? They should come out and lend their voices as Tinubu did in 2014. During the time of Jonathan, I also advised the Chief of Army Staff not to send these men to shoot demonstrators as General Iyejirika allowed those who demonstrated during Jonathan's regime. May God help us. Comrade Modestus eBay from Emi Owerri. Wow. It's been a while like I heard about that Emi community. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
Hey. This runaway soldier, where are you show from today?
Weather don't leave you, Abby. You go there under the weather. Why you know that above the weather? Nigerian government used to be on top of the situation. You under the weather.
The weather don't leave me.
Thank God you are back.
Thank you very much.
Barry.
Yeah?
I want to sound like a realist this morning. In as much as, of course, you know I have been a great advocate of people's participation in the electoral process.
Yeah.
We did that in 2023, seriously, even though we were disappointed. So I am, in as much as I'm encouraging the voters to turn out en masse on the election day, but I think what the Senate has done is an affront on the citizens. And we don't have to wait until the election day before we show our disapproval. You cannot operate under a law that does not protect you. We cannot see blindness in our eyes, and we are waiting for the election day. I think we have to resist this particular amendment now. If Senate is the Senate for Nigeria, it means they are supposed to be representing us, just like you did in your analysis. Then they should listen to Nigerians. When you are talking about the election, the number one stakeholder is the electorate. Because he is the person that is going to vote on the day. The so-called winning or not winning is determined by the vote of the electorate. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, right.
So it means that we are the number one stakeholders. And then you are making a law that will make us not get what we want. And then it says we should keep quiet. No, I am calling upon the civil society groups to resist. Senate must go back and give us what we want. We want the election result to be transmitted through the IRF real time as we are voting. Otherwise, okay, look at this. The same APC government rejected electronic voting in 2023. But I hope you still remember.
Yeah.
They said we were not right for electronic voting then. Okay, now APC is conducting electronic registration of their voters nationwide. Am I right or wrong? They're imbibing electronic means for their registration. Why are they doing that? But when it comes to voting, you don't want electronic voting and electronic transfer of results. Unpopular people, those who know they are not going to win election. So we are not going to wait and say on election day we will come out a mass, but it will not work. Now we have to resist it and tell them we do not accept that particular. They must admit. Okay, let me call your attention again. Remember that after 2023 election, some people went to the court to challenge the non-transmission of the results. The Supreme Court ruled that the transmission of election results electronically is not known to the law. It's not backed by the law. Are you aware of that?
That's exactly why they went to the law.
Very good. So if Senate President is saying us that we didn't amend anything, we left it as it in 2023, the law does not recognize that particular 2023 amendment of the Constitution. So there is nothing like electronic transfer of results as far as I'm concerned now. So Senate has to go and make it a law that Nigerians want their result at the polling unit to be transmitted real time so that we can see it. If you're talking about collection centers, sometimes I hear some people say we should go and vote and defend our vote. It's not my duty to go and defend my vote. It's my duty to vote. That's my obligation. So I don't have access to the collection centers to go and defend vote. It is in the polling unit where I voted that I can make sure that my result is transmitted. So we need to resist them now, let them amend this law and give us what we want. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Steve Ozomena, for your contribution. If you're watching now, our time is done. Just before we go, I wanted to understand one thing very clear. These people, they are not representing you. Because if they represent you, they will listen to you. Unless we have people in their constituency that they are representing. That's number one. Number two, if the Senate cannot, for its good reason and purpose, know that INEC was given the responsibility to choose which way they are going to transmit results. The then INEC chairman, Mahmoud, told Nigerians that he's going to transmit results in real time from an electronic polling unit to the IREP, which never happened. They went to court. The court said it is unknown to law. And that is where this electoral act was brought to them to make it known to the law in case anything goes wrong. So this time around, they did not mince words to tell you, no, we don't want it that way. And they said it that way. Why? It's very simple. Do it the normal way where they have this, because they don't have any other way. They don't have any other way to rig. If this comes in, they have not developed the technology to rig. If this comes in, a lot of them will come back home. A lot of governors will lose their seat and all that because Nigerians can finally choose without having the human people mess up the whole system. And that's the whole reason. So now they have done this. My question, my challenge to you, what should you do? And I am so disappointed with the opposition political parties in this country. When PDP was in power, APC wanted to take over. Look at what they did. Why on earth are we not having opposition come up to do the same thing that APC did when they were in opposition? These are issues. Are they all working together? That is what we want to find out. Well, that's our message today. Okay, our time is fast gone. So many messages came on now. I can't read them on this thing. But the Princess Jigla says, is the people killed not born by women who know the pain of labor? Should they not be angry enough to say, I will not be women leader, but humanity leader, as Breeders of Humanity says, to rise no to corrupt vices, go out to vote and encourage awards. A wise woman builds her home. Thank you very much, the Princess Jigla, and that's where we'll call it up for today on the show. Thank you all for being part of the program. Let's do this again tomorrow. We will go further on the conversations with the political parties on this matter, maybe sometime tomorrow or thereabout. Thank you all. Up next is Health Revolution with a Slim Diva. looking very pretty, still checking mirror. You fine, no, they took there. Just calm down. I see you. She not run. All right, bye-bye, everybody. Let me leave the studio for the Slim Diva with Head Revolution.
You love music? You love Echo FM 100.7. Sweet music only on your favorite radio dial. Echo FM 100.7.
Oh no no no. Oh no no no. Oh no no no. Yeah. Oh no no no. So me come here with the vibe. Last night the mom called me my name.